and then I said that we were going to call this Faith and Friendships.
Love it.
Okay, so
Okay.
this is my friend.
Hi.
You want to introduce yourself?
My name is Lizelle, like Giselle, but with an L.
Yes, yes, it is. Okay, so it's kind of funny to be like, oh yeah, like you're my friend, blah blah blah. But I feel like when I talk about you, I feel like I've talked about you like I've known you like forever.
Literally.
We've known each other for like 4 months.
I know, but it feels like longer.
It feels like longer.
Yeah, I feel like even like the first time we met, like that first night when we were sitting on the couch, I felt like I had known you
because we
so
had
long.
like clicked right away
instantly.
I think the first thing we were just like, oh yeah, like we said like we were like next to the same age, and I was like,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
and that was enough.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
I really didn't expect to meet
Yeah.
anyone that was so close to my age. And I was like, yep.
Same.
No, I
felt
was like really
Granny,
scared.
Literally. Oh, I'm so glad.
Because it starts at 18. And okay, first.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we met
Context.
we met at Young Adults at our church.
Yes.
So the ages are 18 to 30.
Mm-hmm.
I was terrified that I was only going to be like 18, 19, 20, and I was like, I'm scared.
I know, same. I have a small group, and she's in my small group.
She's my leader. Mm-hmm. Because that's another thing. Nervous. I think that they were supposed to be like, you have to interview someone who's like a professional or something like that.
Okay, true.
But like, you're my small group leader, so to me, you are like spiritual authority.
Oh,
ooh,
I love that.
You're an official.
Yeah. So I'm her small group leader.
Yeah. That's for context. I don't know. I think for context, small group does kind of feel like a podcast. Like we just like sit around and like talk about.
We'll talk about like the Bible. We'll talk about any topics that come to mind. We'll talk about like whatever's on our heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which that's basically like what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like a podcast.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is perfect. We'll go back to small group. We'll just be like, we're gonna watch the podcast that we did.
This is what we're doing for small group this week.
Yes. It's one of the things that we literally talked about at small group. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about on my podcast. We're like, just bring it here.
For real. Bring it to the table.
Well, perfect. So just like we'll just go into the questions because I feel like we will just keep yapping.
Yeah,
to be
we'll
honest.
keep yapping. Yeah.
So faith and friendship, my spiritual authority.
Hello.
The friendship.
Yes.
Okay. First things first. It says, what does friendship mean to you?
To me, friendship means it means like doing life together, not just like living life within the same like vicinity, but doing life together. Mm-hmm. It looks like inviting you into every part of my life. It looks like being intentional. I've mentioned it earlier that part of being a good friend is being intentional, and that looks like spending time and taking the time to understand you and understand your heart. And so overall, to me, friendship means like being intentional and doing life together, inviting you in every part of my life, and vice versa.
I feel like we've done that a lot. Like I said, like we've only known each other for 4 months, but like we spend like almost like 3 days out of the week together nowadays.
Like we have dinner at least once a week.
Yeah, we have dinner once a week, or if we're not together, like during the week, we're like sitting each other meetings or texting each other.
Or calling
each other. I was like, it's really crazy, like how intentional it gets. Like it jumped from like not even 0 to 100 because the day that we met, we were
it
like,
was already at 100.
It was at 100.
Yeah, like it was. Yeah, it's awesome.
I love it.
Me too.
Okay. How does your faith influence how you treat / make friends?
For sure, like the way I view friendships or the way I view people in general is like I view everyone with the opportunity that they can become a friend. And I love to view people through the lens of Jesus. Before like I started following the Lord, I used to view friendships as very like surface level. I thought, okay, like, you know, this person is someone that like I talked to and I didn't really like care, to be honest. But when I came to know the Lord 5 years ago, I was like, Lord, like I want to see people the way that you see them. And I have been able to like just view people the way that Jesus views them. And through that, like, I mean, the best friendships have come about because I have chosen to view friendship in the same lens as Jesus. And I've chosen to be intentional the same way that Jesus is intentional with us. So,
yeah, I think that, I mean, I'll keep saying it like every like 5 minutes in this video and everything. Like meeting you did change my life, and I feel like you, like you being intentional with me is something that like yeah, I don't think that my friendships were surface level, but obviously I didn't have like that many friends, and then like you go out of your way to like make me feel seen and like make me know that you're here for me.
Stop. Stop.
Okay, I'm done.
Stop. I'm gonna cry. Stop it.
No, I just feel like it. I honestly like the first day that I showed up and I was like, I don't want to make any new friends. Like I told my friends, I texted her, I was like, I don't want to make any new friends. I honestly don't. I'm scared. And then she texted me afterwards and she's like, how was it? I was like, it was great, actually. I was like, I kind of feel bad for
Oh
saying
my
that I didn't want to
gosh.
go.
Stop my heart. Literally, like I was talking to one of my coworkers today and she was like, do you feel like you have like a lot of close friends? And I was like, honestly, I feel like I have a lot of friends. I said, but I feel like there's a good select few that are considered like my closest friends, my best friends, and you're definitely like considered one of my closest friends. Like I'm so close with you. You are one of my best friends, and I know that like that's all I owe it all to the Lord. Like that's all from him.
Not me.
I'm just so
Stop. We're
grateful.
gonna start crying in
Stop.
this
I know
podcast.
this is gonna
Stop.
be nothing but
No,
tears.
I feel the same way, and I like I said, I was genuinely scared to come, and like you made it so much easier. Like I honestly feel like
Oh gosh.
my journey would not be the same without you.
Oh, same. Honestly, I remember like because that was my first time. This is my first time leading a small group, well, in young adults, and like I remember being so scared, and I was like, Lord, like, what if I don't meet anybody, or what if like I'm not close with anybody, and you were the first person that I met, and so I'm just like, wow,
It all works out how it's supposed to.
I know.
It's all God's
Thank you,
plan.
Lord, for real.
Thank you, Lord. So, what do you value most in a friendship?
I value time and just I value like the heart behind it. I think heart posture is really important. There's a difference between me saying I'm your friend and me showing you that I'm your friend. Um, and so the biggest thing that I value is time, it's being intentional, it's heart posture. Um, so yeah, like I think like in our friendship, one of the things that I value the most, not just is like the time that we spend together, but it's being able to see like our hearts behind our friendship and really seeing the whys that, you know, we love each other, um, not just because we happen to be in the same place at the same time, but because I can genuinely see Jesus in you.
Stop! I'm
Yeah.
gonna cry.
Stop. Oh, don't
Stop.
start.
Okay, don't
Don't
start. Don't start.
start.
Don't start. Um, no, I see him in you too. I think that
Oh,
was a big thing for
thank
me
you.
because I was very, like I said, I was very nervous, and I feel like generally, if it wasn't you, I don't know
Oh.
how I would be. And now I'm here like 3 times a week. I'm volunteering, and I was like, I don't know if I would ever like do this. I honestly was just like, I'm just gonna come to church and get close to God. And then God was like, no, Jesus is telling me that you need to meet her and that, we need to do all this stuff. And I was
My
like, okay,
gosh, it's
if you
crazy how the
insist.
Lord works. It's crazy.
Yes, it's crazy. This is another one, which is how does faith get you through the loss of a friend or friendship?
I have definitely, since giving my life to Jesus, have lost so many friends. Um, and I think one of the things that like the Lord has reminded me too is like if they leave, did I really want them to begin with? Um, the way that like I view my friends is I view them through the lens of Jesus. And if I have friends that no longer want to be my friends because I'm a follower of Jesus, then did I really want them? Again, like I've mentioned before, is part of being a good friend is being intentional, and that looks like spending time with them. But if somebody doesn't want to spend time with me because Jesus is important to me, then that's not a true friend. Because like if we were hanging out and you were like, "Hey, I really want to go get coffee," but I'm like, "Oh, I'm not a coffee drinker," and like I'm like, "I don't want to hang out with you because you drink coffee." I mean, then I'm not really your friend
Yeah, it
because it's
doesn't
not
make any
about what we're
sense.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, friendship isn't about what you do, but it's about how you do it. It's about who you are. It's about your heart posture behind it. And I think one of the biggest things that I can think of is like, is my heart really in the right place? Um, and so when it comes to like losing friendships, it has been hard, but at the same time, looking at it in the lens of like, you know what, like if these people really didn't like weren't for me, then it really doesn't matter. Like I it would hurt in the moment, but in the long run I know that I'd be okay because I have the Lord. Like I really want to think like, is this going to matter when I'm face to face with him? Am I really gonna sit and think about like a friend that I lost because they didn't accept that I love Jesus?
So like it doesn't make sense for someone to stop being your friend because
Yeah.
of
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for someone to stop being my friend because I love Jesus. But if it happens to play out like that, I I'm not that upset. I used to be very like upset and I used to take it to heart, but in all honesty, I don't anymore because if that person was meant to stay in my life, then they would. And if I'm not okay with them being out of my life, then I don't want to have found identity in that person either. So I'm like, if it was meant to be, it's meant to be. If not, that's okay.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah.
think that is a big thing because like when you are Christian, become like depending on like how Christian you are, because
Hmm.
some people just come on Sundays and then that's it.
Yeah.
And but for like us, it's such a big part of our life.
Hmm.
Like you work here, I come
Yeah.
here to volunteer. We're here like I'm here 3 times a week. You're here like almost every day of the
Yeah.
week. So it's just not feasible for someone to be like, I don't want to be your friend because you're a Christian. Like
That
that
is
isn't
my
saying like
life.
that is me.
Hmm.
Literally like I have like the body of Christ. Like I
Hmm.
he is me.
Yeah.
So it's
He
just
lives in me.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a big piece of me that like to say that you don't want to be my friend because of that just means that like I you just don't want me.
Yeah. Like
And
to say that, like, I don't want to be your friend because I don't like Jesus. That's literally saying you don't like me because Jesus lives in me. I'm not saying I am him. I'm
yeah.
saying that he lives in me. And so
Yes.
for you to not accept that part of me hurts because you're basically not accepting me. To love somebody is to love every part of them. And that looks like loving every part of your friend. And if a friend can look at me and say, I don't love this part of you that is your entire identity, then why be friends?
That just
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense to me.
Nope.
Nope. Well, this is also a good segue into that. Is what impression do you want to leave on your friends?
I would hope that each person that I encounter, whether they are my friend or not, can see Jesus in me. I think that's so important to me because when I said yes to Jesus, I died to myself in hopes that I would live with him, um, spiritually and physically and in every way. Is like I want somebody to look at me and see Jesus in me, see his character through the way that I live my life. I'm not saying that I live a picture perfect life. Nobody does. But the hope is that like somebody would look at me and say, you know what? I see the characteristics of Jesus in her. I see his humor through her. I see his love through her and his compassion and his passion in general through her. And the reason I would want somebody to see that in me is because I have given my life to him. I've devoted myself to him. And it's not that I'm trying to paint a picture of, a perfect life. I'm not trying to paint any picture. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to live my life to the fullest, and that looks like giving it to Jesus. And so the hope is that every friend, every person that I come across can see that in me.
No, I was not me getting emotional while you were talking because I was like, this is exactly what I see in you.
Stop!
Stop
Stop!
it. Okay, this is our last question. Good
Okay.
way to round it out and see. So it says, what are your current priorities in this season of your life and why?
Current priorities is definitely priority prioritizing obviously the Lord. He's gotten me this far and he didn't bring me this far to leave me. um, and also like prioritizing the things that he's blessed me with. Like I have a small group now. Like I have friends like you, and I have a new job at like a coordinating position. It's insane. And so my priorities is not just to like feed into those things, but to foster those things the way that Jesus would. He's blessed me with that. So the least that I can do is treat them the way that he would. And so my biggest priority is like continuing to be a good friend and modeling what it looks like to be a friend with you and with everyone in small group. Because I don't want to say that I lead a small group and that's it. I want to be able to say that I do life with the people in my small group because we are friends, not just somebody that I lead, but somebody that is my friend, that I consider my closest friends. Um, and again, like I don't want to say I'm prioritizing work, but like my job is to minister to people. My job is to disciple kids. Like I'm a kids coordinator, by the
That's her.
way.
That's her. I'm a kids coordinator.
I'm an upper elementary kids coordinator, and like my priority is to bring people to come to know Jesus, regardless of the setting. That's what I've been called to do. The book of Matthew, chapter 28 says, "Go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, and surely I'm with you until the end of the age." And so my hope is to fulfill the Great Commission in any part of my life, and specifically in this season. It's not just to be friends with you guys for the hope that you follow Jesus, but because that's where my heart is I want to know where you guys are. I want to be a part of your life, and I want you guys to be a part of my life. So my priority is the people around me, and not just bringing them to know Jesus in general, but bringing them to be a part of my life, and I want to be a part of
I'm getting emotional.
theirs. Don't start.
Don't.
Don't
Okay.
start,
Don't
because
start.
then I tear up and then it goes away, and then I tear up and then it goes away. And I don't want it to come down.
Okay. Okay. Well, that was our last question, but
Okay.
I did want to say the way that you said like I'm a small group leader, but like to me, if someone were to ask me, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, that's Lizelle, that's my small group leader. Like, okay, whatever. I'd be like, no, that's Lizelle. She's like one of my best and closest friends, and also she's my small group leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does that too. She's also kind of in charge of my spiritual journey a little bit, but like other than that, she's
No
mainly
pressure.
my
No
friend.
pressure.
Yeah, no pressure, no pressure. Like, don't feel the pressure or anything. Like, also, like, I'm gonna go with all the kids and be like, don't feel the pressure.
Don't feel the pressure. But yeah, no, I'm really grateful for you.
I'm really
I
grateful for you
am.
too.
Oh,
Oh,
not this
I
being
feel
an
like
emotional
we can't look at each
podcast.
other that
I
long
know.
because one of us will start
Yeah,
crying.
one of us will start
Yeah,
crying
we're just gonna be
and
like
it'll
this.
just, yeah. Anyway,
Okay,
next.
yeah. I love you.
I love you.
Uh,
Here.
oh! Oh! You're just gonna see us both go.
I know, that's it.
That's the thumbnail. We're just okay. So we'll end this, I guess. So I'm like, okay, I don't know how to end videos, so I'll just be like, okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.